over 100 pages writing this book, and I'm kind of going through like heavy editing right now to get what I already have into shape before I progress any further with it. My this year's New Year's resolution, if you'll see from my last update video, was to get a finished manuscript done by the end of the year, and I don't think I'm going to end up doing that. I don't think I'm going to end up making that deadline, considering the fact that at the rate that I'm going, I'm not really going to get any farther in my book until close to the beginning of fall. So, and I'm only 100 pages in. Like, a decent-sized novel is at least 350 pages. That's like 2/7 of a book. So, yeah, it's gonna take a really long-ass time to get done. But I'm having fun with it, and in the meantime, we got these video game reviews coming through. I do have a new partner. My one roommate he wants to get in on it because he thinks it would be fun to do. So me and him are probably going to do some things together, and he might have his own things going as well that I'll probably have to help him out with, but we'll see what happens. And so, going on with that, what games do we have in the collection? Well, we have gotten a few new games courtesy of donations from my roommate and my roommate's relatives, and as well as me happening to... I'm not even kidding you, there are literally, on the next road from where I live currently, there are literally 3 stores that sell old PlayStation 1 games. And between those 3 stores and Amazon, I've managed to buy another 4 games that I did not have before, which are Tomb Raider 3, The Last Revelation and Chronicles, and Crash Bandicoot 3. Mostly well known as Crash Bandicoot Warped. So we do have those, along with the old games and the donated games. And just so you know, though, I am only going to tell you guys the games that I am actually going to play, because we do have some games that I either would not be able to play because of copyright issues, and games that I just don't want to play anyway. So this is the list of games that we have that we can play. We got Ape Escape, Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, and 3, Batman, Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, BioShock, Crash Bandicoot 2, and Crash Bandicoot Warped, Croc, Legend of the Gabos, Digimon World 3, Jeremy McGrath's Supercross 98, which is like this really old, kind of awesome motorcycle racing game. A Lollipop Chainsaw, I'm sure a lot of people are going to want to see that one. Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time, Prince of Persia, The Warrior Within, Prince of Persia, The Two Thrones, Prince of Persia, The Forgotten Sands, The Sims 3, Sonic Unleashed, which looks like a pain in the ass, but I might try and play it anyway. I don't know how good it is. Spyro the Dragon, Spyro 3, Year of the Dragon, Star Wars The Force Unleashed, Tomb Raider, the original, Tomb Raider 2, Tomb Raider 3, Tomb Raider The Last Revelation, Tomb Raider Chronicles, Tomb Raider Legend, Tomb Raider Underworld, Tomb Raider the brand new version, and I think I've said Tomb Raider enough, so we're going to move on to Two Worlds, Uncharted Drake's Fortune, Uncharted 2, Uncharted 3, and finally Warpath Jurassic Park, which is a dinosaur fighting game from the PlayStation 1 era that's kind of fun to play. Might be something that I do as a competition with the my roommate, so I don't know. We'll see what ends up happening with it. So I hope you guys enjoy what's going to be going on here. We have a lot of awesome games coming, and, well, stay tuned. That's all I got to say about it. So, I figure we're going to go ahead and talk about Tomb Raider, seeing as that's what this is, now that I got like all of the updatey crap out of the way. And, well, this game, I actually did not grow up with this game, albeit the fact that I grew up in the original PlayStation era, which is the mid-90s to the early 2000s. Actually, I think the mid-90s to literally 2000. I don't know. I know the PlayStation 2 came out really early in the 2000s, but that's not my point. So yeah, I like grew up with the PlayStation 1, but I didn't grow up with this game in particular. I ended up finding it, my half-brother's stepbrother, my half-brother being the guy who was helping me before with Uncharted and a couple of other things. Him and my other half-brother have a stepbrother, and this stepbrother gave them this game, but they could not play it, and so kind of seeing me as like the older gamer and looking up to me as a role model, they gave the game to me under the condition that I would show them how they're supposed to play it. And I ended up pretty much taking the game and spent like an entire summer. This was about like the age of 14, 15 years old. Spent the entire summer, 4 months worth of my life trying to beat this game, and I absolutely fucking sucked at it. I would have to say that I owe my gaming skills to this game, because I was horrible when I started playing it, but I got better and better as I went, and now I'm actually like halfway decent at video games, thanks to this game in particular. But yeah, took me 4 months to beat it. I only looked up something one time when I got lost. I got lost so badly I could not figure out just this one fucking piece to a puzzle, and that was in the first level of the last world of this game. There are 4 worlds in this game, separated into multiple levels. This is Peru. As you should know if you paid attention to the cutscene, there's also after this kind of Greco-Roman area, and then Egypt, and then Atlantis. And so yeah, I played through the whole fucking game in 4 months, completely blind, and only looked up something for help one time. And I was really fucking proud of myself, and I was really happy with this game. I absolutely fell in love with it, and I wanted to get more of them. So of course, when I got the PlayStation 3, like the first one of the first things that I bought for it was the Tomb Raider trilogy that has Legend, Anniversary, and Underworld in it. I loved Legend and Anniversary, but I loved Legend and Underworld. I hated Anniversary. Anniversary just pissed me off, and I never made it past level 3 of Anniversary, whereas the original, I've beaten the entire game. And, well, it's not just that Anniversary is a bad game, it's just that it's frustratingly designed, and I think they were trying to kind of cut into how hard the original was and try to make a modern version of it. But the problem is the original is hard because it's just badly designed. It's a console game with computer style controls. I mean, you have to like move the directional pad. The analog sticks don't do anything. Well, you can make them do something if you're playing this game on the PlayStation 3. You can like switch to analog mode and the analog sticks will work. But basically you have the directional pad. Up makes her walk. Left and right up makes her go forward. Down makes her go backward. And left and right turn her left and right. So it's very much kind of like the whole directional keys on a keyboard work. So it is like a huge pain in the ass. It is a really, really difficult to get the hang of it. And they did this for the first 5 games of this series. And it's fucking annoying, and it makes the game a hell of a lot harder than it really needs to be. But the game's fun. It's definitely worth playing. It's a very, very difficult puzzle game, and trust me, they like to turn everything into a puzzle. If you saw the blue crystals, those are the only times you can save. And then, of course, you have the secrets, where they're pretty much, your ability to find the secrets is pretty much what keeps you alive in this game. And of course, if you're a shitty player, you need to be able to find those secrets, because you are going to be losing ammo and losing medipacks like crazy. And you need health and you need ammo for any guns that aren't the pistols. You do get other guns in the game, but they have limited ammo, and you have to find the ammo in the game. And most of the ammo is hidden in secrets. So, yes, you get where that's going all back to. And of course, they like to turn just everything into a puzzle. The levels are designed to be kind of sort of open world, or as far open world as a PlayStation 1 game could get. However, you have to do things in a certain order, in a certain way, in order to get from point A to point B. And then, of course, they play around with shit in each game. I know the first one is the save crystals. You can only save when you find a save crystal, and then that's basically it. So your survival is basically depending on getting from save crystal to save crystal, and knowing when to use them, or when to use them, or if you're going to come back to it and you can chance using it later. And then, of course, you got Tomb Raider 2, they change it so that you can save whenever the hell you want, but then they restrict your medipacks to the point of absurdity, where you end up having maybe 1 medipack by the end of every level. No matter how many you collect, no matter what ends up happening, no matter if you had one at the end of the last level, you pretty much end up with maybe 1 or 0 at the end of every single level. They give you just barely enough of those things to keep you alive, if you know what you're doing, if you've played the first game. And, despite that, the second one wasn't too good, and then despite that, the second one was okay. I liked the second one. The third one's not too good. I'm not really liking the third one. That's the one that I'm playing right now. Not in the sense of you're watching me play the third one right now. I mean, that's the one that I'm trying to play in my spare time right now. And, that one, I'm not liking it too much.